Now the game that we're counting down to in just a couple of minutes. Very good rivalry. Iowa State is often nasty. Now, traditionally, Iowa dominates. A year ago, on their home field, the Cyclones held Iowa without a touchdown, gave them the worst beating in the series since 1978, knocked around Drew Tate. You heard that he's back. He's okay. He thinks he's ready. Is Iowa ready to pay back the Cyclones?
If Drew Tate plays, and I know that they selected him this week as the game captain, that's enough for me. Drew Tate and Iowa over Iowa State.
How tough was that to watch Iowa without Drew Tate? Man, I didn't know he played defense, too. I mean, Iowa has to have Drew Tate in the game. For whatever reason, I know it's an interstate rivalry, Iowa State gives Iowa fits. But Drew Tate in there will spark Iowa, and I think Kirk Ferentz has given the Hawkeyes a tough week of practice. Hawkeyes remain unbeaten with a win today.
It is Separation Saturday at the jam-packed Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, the 54th meeting between in-state rivals Iowa and Iowa State. The Cyclones have taken 6 of the last 8 games in this series, including a 23-3 whitewashing in Ames last year. We are about 37 seconds away from kickoff at Kinnick Stadium. We have partly cloudy skies here, warm temperatures, rain coming into the area, but not until the game is over, so it should be a dry field. Good news for Hawkeye fans. Drew Tate, their starting quarterback from 2004, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, is back starting. He missed last week's game at Syracuse with a strained abdominal muscle, and the Hawkeyes had to go to double overtime before they pulled that one out. Speaking of pulling it out, Iowa State has done that in both of its victories, winning against Toledo on opening day in triple overtime, and then hanging on to take out UNLV. In Cedar Rapids and Iowa City, obviously this is Hawkeye country, and they're taking it over they want to as Douglas gets his first catch of the game all the way down into Iowa State territory. A 23-yard game. We get you back to Reese Davis. Reminds me facially of Chris Spielman. They kind of look alike, those two guys. And Spielman was a pretty fierce competitor. He still is. Kyle Slicker the kicker from 38. And for him, that's virtually automatic. Drew Tate on the other side, the 11th play of the drive, and Meyer escapes and throws it away. Mitch King and Kenny Weber all over it. And the question was, can you throw the ball away like that? You have to be outside of the tackle box and get it by the line of scrimmage. But that would tie his career long. A lot of noise in the stadium. And Culbertson can't connect. Hits to his right. First and goal from the 9. Meyer takes it all by himself and just waltzes into the end zone. Cyclones score again. All right, Reese, and the Hawkeyes down in this one as Sean Green gets the carry and breaks free to pick up a first down. Coach was just talking about how they need to get the running game going, and that'll help. Sims is the big play guy, but that last carry again was Sean Green, who picked up 18, excuse me, on the first down. Tate, safety valve pass to Green again. And Sean Green coming in and making some things happen, stopping the clock with 2:18 left to go in the half. Young in the backfield, but he flips it out to Douglas, and the freshman able to break away for what looks to be a first down. John Banks making the stop. Yep, 16 yards and the first down. 2nd and 10 after Tate threw the ball away. Going over the middle, and that pass is batted to Chandler to himself. Scott Chandler gathers it in just outside of the 10-yard line. And Drew Tate now the 6th Iowa player to pass for 6,000 career yards, but I'm sure more importantly to him, it's a first down from the 11th. And that is shoveled over to Brodell, and he will go into the end zone for a huge Iowa touchdown. punch that one through. Iowa now trying to convert on third down. They've struggled in this category today. Blitz coming, Iowa picks it up, and Tate gets the underneath guy, that's Herb Grigsby, who runs for the first down. Played his first year at Garden City Community College in Kansas before he went to Iowa State. Little pump fake from Tate. Oh, no! Dominique Douglas is just waiting for the football. He makes the catch and is downed at the 40 of Iowa State. Iowa State led this game at the half, 14-10, then went up 17-10 on a Culbertson field goal. Iowa has not led in this game, and they're facing a 3rd and 1. Tate finds his man for the touchdown. Backup tight end, Tony Miyake. You were right, Mike Godfrey. They scored. So Drew Tate looking more comfortable here in the second half. Tony Miyake scoring his first collegiate touchdown today.
What a great fake by Drew Tate.
Schlicker ties it up. So Tate has found a couple of guys for their first touchdowns today. Andy Brodell in the first half, Tony Miyake here. And we have a tie ball game. He said he was his best friend, and that's still hard on him and his family, but he knows what Klinkenborg is going through, and you're right, he's a terrific defensive coordinator. Andy Brodell reversing field on the punt return, gets a good block. And Brodell, who scored a touchdown via pass earlier today, has a nice return of 31 yards. What are we going to do afterwards? No love lost between these two ball clubs. 3rd and 2, complete again to the freshman, Dominique Douglas. He's from Detroit, our package. Tate up top, and Iowa leads for the first time as his fullback Tom Bush catches the touchdown pass. Iowa now with a 24-17 lead over Iowa State. Tom Bush catching his first career touchdown pass from Drew Tate to take the lead for the first time. Kirk Ferentz and Dan McCarney both were coaches at Iowa on this staff before McCarney left to take the head coaching job at Iowa State, and they are two of the very many head coaches. So Hayden Fry, who really turned Iowa football into what it was, and Kirk Ferentz told us yesterday that Fry was a guy who took months and somehow was able to pick and put great talent coaches and players. And look at this line of coaches who either played or coached under Hayden.
It's a pretty good group, and they're all doing well in college football.
Wright has 4 catches for 45 yards. We have not called his name in quite a while. He split wide left. Myers going the other way over the middle of the field, and that pass to Austin Flynn knocked away by Mike Rumpel. Oh, nothing doing. Scales stopped by Matt Kroll.
Quarterback draw.
5 receivers in. Instead he goes up top, and what a play! Stepping in front of R.J. Sumrall, Miguel Merrick at the last second to flick that pass away.
So a good play by Miguel Merrick.
From the 31. And they're going to do a reverse. Grigsby coming around. A huge block near the line of scrimmage by Marshall Yonda as Grigsby gets it down to the 25-yard line, but Rashawn Parker still on the ground because 6'4", 305-pound Marshall Yonda just flattened him. This could be the ball game. They are 2 for 3 on 4th down this season. Meyer, can he do it with his feet or his arm? He chooses feet, lunges for it,
I don't think he got it.
He is very close to that first down marker, but from up here, it looks like he's about a half yard short. This is a huge spot.
He's short.
Dan McCarney looking on and hoping that Meyer was able to stretch his 6'3" frame enough to get that first down. Meyer's been a terrific double threat quarterback. He didn't run nearly as much last year as he did the year before, but came into this game averaging 3.6 yards per carry.
Didn't make it.
All right, the chain gang is coming out to make it official, but Mike Godfrey, who's been prescient earlier today, good predictions. Not even close, really, is it? Iowa ball.
Dan McCarney rolled the dice there with 3 timeouts left.
What'd you think of that?
5:03 on the clock. I think he's got confidence in his quarterback, the ability to run, but I think I'd have punted the football with 5:03. But when I say that, they have not been able to stop Iowa.
3rd and 23, so Iowa State lives. Down 7, but all their timeouts have been used up. Damian Sims coming back, and he is stopped near the 26-yard line. Clock continuing to roll, and Iowa State can't stop it. This is definitely within his range from 44. And Schlicker hits the upright, and it goes through. It's a Hawkeye kind of day. The lead is now 10. Of this week and came in, and this Iowa defense has been really good in the second half. And they accentuate it by bringing down Brett Meyer. Brian Madison with the stop.
Talk about Brian Madison and Mitch King.
And look at Iowa. They're going over to get that trophy. Running over to the Iowa State sideline to pick up the Cy-Hawk trophy and bring it on back to the black and gold side. So Iowa avenges that 23-3 loss last year in Ames. Drew Tate finishing up with 274 yards passing, hit 9 different receivers. Three different receivers for their 3 touchdowns. Iowa State falls to 2-1. Their game next week at Texas. Todd Blythe held without a catch last week, was able to get a few today, but not enough as Iowa State falls. Let's go down to the field and Jimmy Dykes.
Couple of key guys right here. Mike Klinkenborg, I'm going to start with you. 3 days ago, you bury your father. He's not here to watch you today. You win the rivalry game. Describe for me how you feel right now, please.
Emotional roller coaster. That's all it is. I was glad to be here. I'm glad I came back. My dad's watching the ball. That's all I know for sure.
If you could talk to him right now, Mike, what would you tell him?
I love you. I'll see you someday. I'll see you someday.
Congratulations on your win, Mike. Coach, the message that Mike sent to your team today by playing in this ball game, how important was that?
Well, the family decided that's what his father would have wanted. I know his dad passed very proud of him from what he did last week. Yeah, I know he's looking down today.
What will you tell your kids in the locker room, the lesson to be learned today from Mike Klinkenborg?
Well, it's a tough duty. I've been there myself. It's a tough thing to go through. Now, Mike's an outstanding young man. And I've said this week, the most important job in the world is being a parent, and his parents are extremely proud of him. They got a great family.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
As you might recall, 2 years ago, Kirk Ferentz lost his dad and then had to coach his team a couple of days later. They won at Penn State. It was very emotional for Kirk, very emotional for Klinkenborg, but what a great performance by Iowa and Drew Tate in the second half. As they win it, the Cy-Hawk Trophy coming back to Iowa City. They take a 27-17 for Mike Godfrey and Jimmy Dykes. I'm Pam Ward. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, as we say so long.